The following is a compilation of six math and science activities geared towards boys in grade 2. Studies have shown that boys and girls have different learning styles, which can be attributed to various factors, including brain development, socialization, and personal experiences. Boys tend to be more physically active and kinesthetic learners, requiring movements and hands on experiences to engage with information. They may also exhibit a higher preference for visual and spatial learning, making them more inclined towards subjects such as math and science. This is a simple and fun activity to do with boys that helps them to practice subitizing, counting, adding, and of course, identifying number bonds. For our activity, you will only need a pack of dominoes for each group of boys and your number bonds worksheets. We will place our boys into groups of 4 to work together to complete this activity. Then we'll spread out a pack of dominoes. Each boy will take turns drawing one domino from the pile and placing it on a square on the worksheet. Our boys will then count the dots on each domino and fill in the number bond circle on the worksheet. And there you have it, an engaging activity geared towards our boys.
Welcome to Mrs. Morris' class. Teaching boys how to subitize groups of items allows them to develop an understanding of how a number is made up of a collection of items. It also allows them to see parts of a whole. For example, using this image card, students can be asked to group the dots by colors and instantly recognize that there are 4 red dots and 2 blue dots, making a total of 6 dots. This understanding of the part whole enables boys to separate and combine numbers and is a perfect platform for the understanding of addition and subtraction. For this activity, you need a pair of dice or number cards and puppet toys. Procedure. Students will be provided with puppets and a pair of dice. Students will roll the dice, then pop the corresponding number of buttons. They will pop the number of buttons for each die in a separate line on the puppet, and then show the total in a third line. They will then use the information from the puppet to fill in the number sentence on their worksheets. Boys love working with dice and puppets, so this activity is bound to keep them engaged, excited throughout the lesson.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are at Champions Boy class. Today, Champion Boys will be learning how to create numbers using dice, place numbers on the place value mat, expand the numbers, and then add them. Activity. One player would roll the dice. From the 3 dice rolled, he will write the number that appears on the dice to create his own number. For example, 532. Now those numbers will be placed on the place value mat. Then you will expand the numbers and then add them. I know that boys love to play with dice, so guess what? Go ahead and have fun.
This fun activity is using decks of cards to build boys' base 10 understanding. The boys will try to find cards that total 10. This can be done independently or as a team. So, what will the boys need? They will need a deck of cards, pencils, and their writing sheets. How will this happen? Let's view the procedure. The boys will lay out 20 cards in a 5 by 4 array. They will then pick up cards that total 10. They will then write these set of numbers on their writing sheets. Example, 5 plus 5 equals 10. The goal is to have as few cards left over. The team with the least leftover cards wins. That's it for all boys. Have fun.
Good day, viewers. Welcome to another session. Today, we will be looking at a fun activity to engage our boys. This activity is called Synonyms Bingo. The materials needed for this fun activity are word cards, synonym bingo cards, and markers. Bingo can be played in small groups as well as a whole class setting. To play the game, each student should be given a synonym bingo card and markers. As they progress over time, the number of synonyms bingo card can be increased. Teacher will place the stack of word cards facing down on a table. He or she will then select a word card from the top and call the word. Students will then place a marker on the synonym for the word called. This process will continue until the first student marks all the synonyms on his or her synonym bingo card, whether vertically, horizontally, or diagonally, and shouts out bingo. The first person to do so is the winner. Synonyms bingo, infusing the language arts strands with enjoyment and engaging our boys' curiosity in the
Welcome to another fun math activity. Today, we'll be looking at teaching boys to compare fractions using dominoes. Now, some of the resources you will need before you begin playing this game is a pack or two of dominoes, depending on your class size, or for the tactile students, you could use strips of papers and markers and have them interact more with the game by creating their own dominoes. Now, one of my favorite games is domino comparing fractions. While the game can be played with dice or dominoes, dominoes require fewer steps, such as the first thing we need to do is have the students grab two dominoes. Next, the students can create a fraction bar model or a number line in a different version of each fraction. Then the student examine their representation and decipher which fraction is greater. Finally, the student can translate the domino fraction into number form and use symbols to show if the fraction is greater than, less than, or equal to. This game is endless as long as you've printed enough recording sheet, and it is easy to complete independently with a partner or in small groups. Have lots of fun.